Hi everyone, I'm going to make some art journal page here in my dictionary art journal, and I'm going for a double spread. Now I really want to do something for the spring, and I've tried to figure out how I wanted to represent it, and of course obvious like sky, grass, flowers, but this time I'm going with a little bit different. I'm going to build my background with a brayer, and instead of having this blue sky here on top, I'm thinking of just letting it pick through the other layers. So I'm putting down here a little bit of this light blue, and I'm going to start with this one. And you don't have to use a brayer, you can use whatever you have. You can use brushes, you can use sponge brushes, a palette knife, whatever is easier and you like it. So as you can see, I'm layering first the blue, light blue, and I'm planning of it to pick through the other layers. What I really want is more a feeling of a lot of light and less the feeling of here I've got sky. So that's what I'm aiming for. So I'm just putting down paint, and I need a little bit more here. And sorry, I'm still my voice is not quite what it's supposed to be. Don't know why. So continuing here, and it's a little bit difficult here where the crease is. I'll try another brayer to just try and get in. Not that it's really important, but here we go. So when I'm building a background with a brayer, I'm always thinking about the colors that I only want to pick from beneath the other layers. So, and that's the colors that will be I will use first on my page, because I know that most of it will get covered. So finished with the light blue. Now I just want a hint of this pink, and this is acrylic paints, and they are from the cheap store and a local brand, so I don't have anything to say about them more than that. So here is the pink, and again now when I've done the video about masterboards, and again I've used this technique with the brayer. Some of you told me that they can't find a small brayer and they only have a larger one. So first of all, as I said, you can use whatever you want. You don't have to use the brayer for this. But if you do only have a larger one, let me find the my larger brayer, and I hope I can show you how to use it. Here we go. I think I found it. So here it is, quite large. And moving on to the other paints, and now I'm using this orange. So putting again a little bit here. I really hope I'm in frame and you can see what I'm doing. And here is the very large brayer that I have. I'm moving it this a little bit aside just so you will see what I'm doing with the brayer. I'm only letting part of the brayer into the paint and spread it as thin as you can, like so. So you see, and now gently I'm putting it on my page, like so. Now I'm going in again, and there is another way to work gently with the brayer. Instead of rolling it, you just put it like this, and you get another way of making an interesting background. You don't let it roll, you just tap it like so. And I can now go all over. Here we go. All the brayer in the paint, and I can do things like that. I hope you can see what I'm doing, because it's very, very gentle and there isn't a lot of paint on my brayer. So you can work also with this. Now I'm putting down here the baby white, just easier to clean the brayer, although it will go under water and soap, but just so it won't dry with all this acrylic on it. And I need another baby wipe. So we've got the orange, and moving on to the other colors I've picked, and I've got this yellow. I'm going lighter with the colors. I prefer to spread it thin, so I won't have like globes of color, and it takes time to build. I don't know if I mentioned, but my pages are lightly gessoed. I didn't care if the text would show or not, just wanted a nice coat as primer to this page. Now I'm really going all over because I want the yellows to be the dominant color here. And I'll probably take a paintbrush in a minute because this line is really bothering me now. Let's see if I can pick the So as you can see, I can use a brush to continue or just get back to what I was doing with the brayer. Up to you. There are no rules. Have fun. So I'm back to the brayer and using the yellow, and I'm alternating the direction I'm going with the brayer. My pages are not completely flat because I've got here like 3 pages glued together, so I will have a sturdy paper to work on. And since it's paper and glue is wet, it will never be flat completely, no matter what. So I really like it, and I'm moving on to this, I don't know, peach color, blush, don't know what to call it, skin. Trying to get into places that are still white and I'll probably move right to the brush and be done with the brayer, so I can move along and not spend all day trying to get this background finished. So putting more of this, and since I'm moving on to the brush, I think I'll just put more colors here. I've got Luscious Lemon by Deco Art, I've got Buttercream by Deco Art, and the other stuff, as I said, just things I've picked up in the cheap store, don't have a name, don't have anything, just some local brand. And I'm thinking maybe now that I've laid down with a brush, paint with a brush, maybe I can move over it. With the brayer, just to keep some kind of consistency with the markings I've got on my page. No, doesn't really matter, but I'm trying. I hope you can see that I still have the light blue picking out from several places, and also the pink, and I think we are starting to see an interesting background. Now, even if it wouldn't have picked, I could always get in there again. I can add now again where I want more of the light blue. I can add whatever I want. You just build on and on your layers. So, as I said, I'm trying to have a very the impression of a lot of light and what do I call it? Joy? Yeah, joy. A lot of light and joy. That's what I'm aiming for. So here we go again with the brush where I can't seem to get in with the brayer. Yeah. This is it for now. This is the the background. I need for this to completely dry before I'm going in again, and this time I'm switching to the greens that are going to be the base for the flowers that I'm going to put here. So I'll be back. I'm back. So I've got here a few greens I've picked up. These are Deco Art. I've got here Lush Foliage, Wild Green, and what it says here, Leaf Green. So just going to start playing with it and making the grass, and maybe I'll continue. I'm gonna try to gently start with the brayer. If not, I will switch yeah, very gently laying down something. Just starting to build up. You see how I'm switching the side of the brayer That's exactly what you can do with the larger ones you have. And again, going in here, trying to pick some. Okay, moving on to the next, no, not this one, to the next color. So we'll have interest and variations, and I'm just continuing with the brush. It's more of an abstract than anything else right now. Now all these oranges and yellows are not exactly my thing, but for what I had in mind, it just works. And sometimes you just need to step out of your comfort zone with colors, and I think it's going quite fine right now. Switching to the other color, and I'm thinking of taking a smaller brush I randomly add the colors. There is no reason whatsoever, just where I think it needs to go. Yeah, this is it. That's my background. And now I need to go and make me some flowers. So I got a really busy and colorful background. So what I figured in advance is that I will need something a little bit more neutral for my flowers. So I went over the stash I have of scrapbook paper, and I found this white with this gold polka dots, and I'm going to start punching some flower from it. I'll take it out first. Here we go. And maybe I will alternate with another. Let's see what I didn't think about which shape of a flower do I want. So, well, let's start with this one. This is a 3-inch flower. I hope it won't be too big for my page. Let's try one. Yeah, I can work with it, and I really like the shape of the flower, so I'm just going to punch out more. Oops, I hate when it gets stuck in the punch. Okay, Moving on. Here is another one. Yeah. And just in case I'm punching another one, so. And again, this is stuck in the punch. Whoa! My jar with water for cleaning. The paintbrush just spilled. Okay, Mayday. Moving everything. Okay. I'm going to dry everything and I'll be back. I'm back. Crisis averted. Managed to control all the flow of the water here, and I'm back with my flowers, and I'm now punching this flower out of this jelly print because I want a little bit of color inside these flowers, and so just punching out a lot of this because now I'm thinking I want to maybe glue them randomly in my background. We'll see in a minute. Start with the flowers, and I always love to have something that goes outside the edges of my page, so I'm going to glue it down right now here, and when it's dry I will trim the excess. So let's see, this is it. Now a center for this flower. Yeah, I'm only putting glue in the middle. It doesn't need more than that. So here we go, another one, and center. Like this, yeah. I'm trying to move it as close as I can to the crease here, but that it can still be folded. There we go. And just another one. Oops. Maybe here also it will go outside. Yeah, like this. So now I'm just going to punch a whole lot more of these flowers from the jelly print I have got, and start gluing them all over the background. So I'll be back. It's going to take me some time. I'm back. So I've got all these flowers, and I still feel like I need to lighten and make more of the impression of light here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use this stencil and this very light Luscious Lemon Deco Art acrylic paint, and just add a little bit to the up of my page, and it doesn't want to get out. I have another one. Okay, and of course a makeup sponge. So that would be almost finishing what I've started here on my page. And let's see, the sponge is a little bit dry. Just a hint. I don't need it to be very harsh. You see, only a hint. Just a little bit more. I was thinking about doing stems and leaves, but then I figured I really like the hint and how abstract it is right now, and that I don't really need to add stems, just to have the impression of a field, and I'm leaving it as is. Not every time I need to draw stems and leaves or stamp them. So this is it. Practically that's my page, and a little bit more here. Yeah, and a little bit more here. Yeah. Whoa, I really like it. So I thought about writing here, flowers make me happy, but I'm not sure about it. So I think I'll leave it be right now. Or maybe I'll try. I've got this Zig calligraphy pen. This is supposed to be gold, and so it would be very, very subtle. Don't know how much of it you will be able to see. So let's start here. Make me happy. That's it. That's my page, and without even thinking about it, the gold is just going very nicely with this polka dots here. So this is it. Hope you liked it, and I hope you also have some spring coming along. Although the irony of it is we had like 3 days of a non-stopping rain, something like where is the ark, but we are back on track with the spring thing. So this is it. Thank you for watching, and thank you for leaving me comments below. I'll be seeing you in my next video. Bye for now.